Hi everyone, Lucy here, and today we're going to talk more about the TOEFL listening test. And in today's lesson specifically, we're going to focus on Conversation Skill 2, Detail. So in today's lesson, first we're going to describe the task, then we're going to talk about the methods, and finally we're going to have some practice for you to do on your own. So the objective of today's lesson is to understand exactly how to complete the listening detail question type. Okay. So first of all, how about this listening task? What exactly do you need to do? Well, let's take a look. In this task, you need to identify a specific detail mentioned in the conversation. So for example, a person, a place, a time, and so forth. All right, next, what is our method? Well, our first step, as always, is to listen to the audio and take notes. So if you don't already, I would suggest getting a pen and paper so you can take notes during this audio. And remember that note-taking skills are extremely important in the TOEFL test. If you don't feel confident in your note-taking skills, take some time to do some practice on your own. You could do this with news articles, you could do this with TOEFL listening tests, you can do this with lots of different resources, but note-taking is an essential skill for the TOEFL test. Okay, so as we said before, it's time for you to listen to the audio and take notes. Are you ready? Here is the audio.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, Courtney. Have you been into the art room lately? Some of the stuff other students are doing is awesome.
Yeah, I went in yesterday. I especially loved the installation piece using recycled metal. I wonder whose that was.
I think it's Murphy's. How's your art project coming along?
It's okay. I'm actually taking a break from all the theoretical stuff I've been focusing on to work on a more abstract piece.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm using oil on canvas to create an abstract painting, which is different from the chalks I usually use for my murals.
Good for you. It's always good for artists to try different things.
What about you? What are you working on?
To be honest, I'm still thinking. I'm a bit behind, but I can't decide if I want to do a sculpture or a ceramic.
Maybe you should talk to the professor for some inspiration.
Yeah, great idea.
Okay, so from this conversation, we're able to take lots of notes. And remember that these notes don't need to be full sentences. In fact, they shouldn't be full sentences. You don't have time for that. Instead, you just need to write down any key words, key ideas, anything that you can hear, but without writing down full phrases. So let's take a look. Here are some sample notes. We have art room, installation, break from theoretical, focus on abstract piece, oil on canvas, abstract painting, and sculpture versus ceramic. So what's our next step? Well, next we get to read the question. And so remember, you're going to have to listen to the conversation before you get to read the question. So that's why the note-taking skills are so incredibly important to this part of the test. So let's take a look at the question. It says, which of the following best describes the student's art project? A, abstract, B, theoretical, C, installation, or D, mural. Okay, what's our next step? Well, now you need to pull out those notes to see if you can find the answer to this question. See if you can find reference to this detail in your notes. And let's pull up that question and our notes again so we can compare them. So take a moment, look at the question, look at the notes, see if you notice any comparison between them, any connection here. Now remember, our next step is to eliminate any answers that are obviously wrong. Some things you can look for are answers that don't match. They are too general. They're contradictory, right? They say the opposite, or something that wasn't mentioned at all. So again, let's take a look at our notes and our question to see if there's any that we can eliminate. Okay, so obviously now the next step is going to be to answer the question, okay? If you haven't already, I want you to choose an answer to that question. If you need to go back and look again, feel free. But let's see if we can answer the question. All right, so here's our next step, to choose the remaining answer. And so which answer did you choose? Did you choose A, abstract? Hopefully. Now, if you look at our notes, you can see focus on abstract piece, abstract painting. The answer is right there in the notes. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too daunting, but now it's time for you to do your own practice. And if you don't already, make sure you have a pen and paper available to take notes during your sample listening, okay? So remember, the first step here is going to be to listen and take notes, okay? So the conversation is going to start in just a moment. Are you ready? Here it goes.
Okay, I guess I'll see you this afternoon in class then.
Oh, wait, there are a couple other things I need to ask you.
Okay.
First, everyone's getting together after class to study for the exam.
Oh, cool. Where?
We were thinking on the grass behind the library. It's a beautiful day to be outside. But first, we're gonna have some lunch at the cafeteria if you want to join us.
Sure, sounds good. I gotta go past my dorm to drop off something first.
Okay, and would you be able to bring your study notes from last week's lecture? I missed it.
Okay, so I hope you were able to take some useful notes. Remember that you can't see the question until after you have listened. And so now it's time for you to see the question. So make sure you compare your notes to the question, and here is your question. So were you able to eliminate any obviously wrong answer choices? Were you able to choose the correct answer? Let's take a look. And the answer is C, behind the library. So how did you go? Were you able to answer the question correctly? I certainly hope so. Remember, if you listen carefully and take very careful notes, then you should be fine. And the best way to do that is to practice. Just practice your note-taking skills and practice your TOEFL listening skills. So thank you so much for watching, guys. And remember that if you have any questions, don't be afraid to visit our website at e2language.com. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.